Hi, what up YouTube? 99 here, D29, Donquist29, here with the first Caw Update of 2K16. I got 5 people done so far. I'm still creating. 4 other 5 people are up on the community creations right now, so if you want to download them, go ahead and search RTW or D29 or their name. And yeah, let's hop right into it. First one's obviously Bryan Black. Basically same thing as last year on 15. Came out just as good. The face is a little bit different because the face texture that I use on 15 for whatever reason just didn't work. Like, for whatever reason, the detail and face textures on 2K16, they dumbed them down. So the texture that I had in 15, they took the detail out of, which is why I didn't use it anymore. This one is better, but it still isn't as much detail as I would like, but it still works though. People ask me about the hairline. Again, the hairline is a texture, so if you actually, I go look at it right now. See right here, go to face art, see it's a texture right next to the face texture. So yeah, but yeah, Bryan Black, his face anyway. So yeah, attire still saying, you know, liberate attire. You know, Malcolm X wrestling. You know, liberate Malcolm X wrestling. Same thing on the back, the gloves. That's what I do inside the glove. You know, simple. Knee pads, boots, simple. Tattoos are exactly the same as they were on 15. Like, exactly the same as they were on 15. Nothing different. Nothing different about him, period, actually, other than a different face texture. That's it. And that's the type of person I am. If it ain't broke, I'm not fixing it. So I'm not gonna sit up here and just think of a new attire for everybody for no reason when what they had already worked. So, and this is Bryan Black's second attire. Same thing as 15. Actually, this attire I've been running with since SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 all the way to 2K15. So this is just his original, you know, original singles attire. Like I said, I'm the type of person that if it ain't broke, I'm not fixing it. There's no point for me to think of a new attire when the attire he already had was perfect. Like, it's perfect for him anyway. Why am I changing it? Unless I really just have a new idea that I want to run with, there's no point in me even trying to think of a new attire. But yeah, that's it for Bryan Black. Again, he's on the CC. Search D29, RTW, or Bryan Black. And next we have Just In Case. This is the third time I'm recording this for Just In Case because my shit keep fucking up. But Just In Case, attire came out perfect to me this year. It came out way better than it did at 15 because I actually took the time out to fix the actual little details that I didn't take the time out to do in 15. Face texture is the same as 15 as well. I don't necessarily know who texture it is per se, but it's his texture. It is a texture. I make all my characters with textures. His ponytail, his hairstyle is Chris Jericho ponytail. I definitely had to give him the Jericho ponytail. When I seen it, it just, when I put it on, it just fit his face to me. It just fit him, period. And to those of you that probably don't know this, Jericho is and always has been the inspiration for Just In Case. Just always been my favorite version of Chris Jericho. So all the way back when I first created him in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Virtue and If is both said that his face looks like he has like a skin disease in his face, in his skin. But I mean, I just look at it as freckles and bumps on his face. Plus it gives the texture, the face texture, more detail. Seeing as 2K16 takes out detail in the face, unlike they didn't do that on 15. So again, the attire is the same as 15. I've been running with this attire for Justin, one of his attires at least, since I think 2011 or maybe 12. I actually fixed it compared to how it looked on 15. Like, you know how the logo is stretching the face on the side. I fixed that. The only flaw is that I didn't feel like going back and fix was the fact that it gets dark on the side in the middle, the dark red spot compared to the rest of the logo. So I mean, it's not really that much of an eyesore. Plus, you don't see it, honestly. You only see it now because I'm in call mode, zoomed all the way in. So, his kick pads exactly the same as 15. They look better as well because I actually took the time to touch up the logos that, you know, faded and stuff like that. You have to do kick pads differently on next gen because you can't do it the same because of the logo stretch. But I don't know if I'm still gonna do it or not. Jacket is the same. I had to use a sleeveless leather jacket. I've been wanting one for the longest, ever since the old WCW days for my boy Vampiro. They gave us one in 15 was because of Tamina, but we couldn't use that for the Superstar. We can. Done. Search RTW D29 or Kayse. And here we have Ricky Tyson. I don't know if a lot of you remember Ricky Tyson. Last time I made him, I think was I think maybe 12 or 13. Last time I made him, but he came out pretty good this year. I went completely different with his look this year, since I haven't made him in a while. So I kind of basically just freestyled his attire, like off the top of my head while I was making him. Like I basically made him on a whim, if anything, because I had this face texture that I was sitting on. I didn't know who to use it for, and I just put it on and just started, you know, making him as I went. And I just decided to make it Ricky Tyson. So this is face texture. You know, he got the man bun, or the aggressive updo, as Infamous would say, with the you know, little goatee hanging, shades on the side, and all that stuff. So, you know, Ricky Tyson, you know, came out pretty good. I went with a Macho Man-esque attire as far as the trunks go. So as far, like, when I say Macho Man, I mean like the position of the stars. I got the white star over there at the bottom on the side. On the back, he got Ricky Tyson with the stars on each side, like Macho Man used to have Macho Man on the back with the stars on each side. So, tattoo, like some music notes, cards, fucking rolls of skulls, some everything right there. He got the Kalisto armbands with the Ricky Tyson on the side, Rockstar on the side with the rhinestones. Let's see, he got, you know, the Kalisto boots, the Ricky Tyson on the front, the top, and probably like a Rockstar shirt, the chain, and then I think it's Affliction sleeveless jacket, you know, gray and white. I mean, like I said, his attire is honestly really simple, to be honest with you. Like, it may look flashy, but it was really easy to put together. It's simple as hell. If you really, when you really sit down and break down the attire, it is very simple. Like, it took me so long to make him because I didn't know what I was gonna do. But if I knew what I was doing from jump, I could throw his attire together with ease, quickly, like very fast. It's that simple. So he only has one attire right now. I'm holding off on his second attire because I'm waiting for Infamous to make a certain somebody. So yeah. But he's also on a community creations move done. Again, search RTW D29 or Ricky Tyson. Now this right here is a brand new WWE 2K16 debuting character. This is Chris Stasiak. Now, here's the story behind this character. I've been sitting on the name Chris Status, not Stasiak, the name Chris Status, ever since Trish Stratus debuted. I've been sitting on that name for that long. I finally decided to try to make somebody using the name Chris Status, and this is what I came up with. Now, his name originally was Chris Status. Originally. This is also a face texture. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Chandler Parsons' face texture from Dallas Mavericks, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not too sure. But originally, his name was Chris Status. Now, I assume that since Trish Stratus is going to be in the game, even though DLC, I thought her last name, Stratus, would have been in the code names. So I was gonna pick Chris Stratus just so they can, you know, say something close to Stratus. I have Stratus, so I ended up picking Stasiak. And as you can see, you know, it says status on the front. It says 5-star status on the sides. It's a big, you see the star clear as day. Then it says 5 at the top and status at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not on both sides. Then this right here on the back, I just randomly came across while I was searching for Ricky Tyson tattoo actually. And I just came across this shirt logo, this cat with fucking sunglasses and a headband and a collar. I'm like, you know what? Why not run with it? So, see, I gave him the fluffies, you know, the Tyler Breeze fluffy boots. Had to do it. I said it too. I was like, if those boots are separate from the pants, I would definitely try to use them. And this is the person I decided to try to use them for. But again, originally his name was Chris Status. I gave him the name Chris Status. Then they didn't have Stratus as a call name to make it sound similar. So I went on ahead and gave him Stasiak. And after doing a couple matches when I'm hearing Lillian Garcia say Chris Stasiak, the name just kind of, you know, grew on me. So I just decided to drop the status part, the Chris Status anyway, and just change it to Chris Stasiak. So basically it's 5-star status, Chris Stasiak. But I mean, you can say 5-star status Chris Stasiak or just Chris Stasiak. Either way, it's Chris Stasiak. So he is one of the few rookies that I have, brand new characters that I have in 2K16. So I love how he came out, just his look in general. I just love it, period. And he is also on the community creations. Search RTW D29 or Chris Stasiak. Actually, no, I don't think I put Chris Stasiak. But his finisher is the red arrow and the Pele kick. The red arrow is called the status quo, and the Pele kick is called the satisfaction. And last but not least, my favorite so far that everybody made on WWE 2K16, the last and 5th person I've made so far, Hot Stuff Caw Lockhart. Now, it took me so long to figure out how to do Lockhart because, first of all, I wanted to make him at 15, but I didn't want to have to take the time out to recreate that the Lockhart logo from scratch. But 16 came out, is everything that I wanted to be, so definitely had to make Lockhart, and I plan on making basically everybody, honestly. If I have it my way, I'm making it. His face texture that you're looking at right now is David Beckham's face texture. I blended it in with the skin, dropped down transparency. I have to redo the eyes because I blended in the skin too much around the eye area, so it looked like he don't have eyelids. His hair is the Chloe Graves hair, just blonde. I originally wanted to use the Dolph Ziggler hair, but when I used it, I just didn't like how it looked. Virtue keep telling me that I need to use it. I keep telling him that I don't like it. He keep telling me I need to use it. I keep telling him I don't like it. So it's just back and forth, yada yada yada. He say when he downloaded, he gonna change it to Dolph Ziggler hair. So whatever. But Lockhart is my favorite so far. Period. Excuse me. And I think he's gonna be for a long time. When it comes down to me creating my other characters. His attire is, for those you that remember, his attire is basically an updated version of his WWE 13 attire. That's the last time I made Lockhart. It came out way better than I expected it to, actually, because I didn't know how to start it, because I literally had to do everything as far as the trunks go manually, like that, the belt, the belt loops, everything, the dots on the bottom. I had to do everything myself, like piece by piece this time around. The belt, the studs in the belt are lighter than the actual buckle, but I didn't feel like going back and changing it. I mean, it's not that much of a problem. It still works. Obviously it's a logo, so it's flat even though it's supposed to be a belt, and it's kind of distorted a little bit because it's on leather trunks. You got the zipper on the front, the little pink little rhinestones on the bottom, and of course the Lockhart logo, the black and white Lockhart logo on the back of the trunks. Basically Kevin Lockhart has always been inspired by Billy Gunn, Dolph Ziggler, Bret Hart, and John Morrison. So you threw all the people, all of those people into one person, and you got hot stuff Kevin Lockhart. So his boots came out pretty good, better than I thought they would. I love his boots on last gen. I didn't know how to make them, but luckily the Ministry Undertaker has his boots in the game, so it came very easy to me how to make them. The boots actually are supposed to be like, it's supposed to be a 3D type. His, like, the tongue on the top of the boot is supposed to be like his tongue sticking out over the bottom of the knee pad, but obviously I can't do that, so I had to, you know, make it seem that way. What I did was I put a logo at the very top of the boot and cut it off like halfway, and then put a logo at the very bottom of the knee pad and made it connect, and to try to give it that, you know, visualization that it's mimicking that the tongue is sticking out, that the heart is the tongue sticking over the knee pad, the bottom of the knee pad. And the bottom of the knee pad is bulky, and there's nothing I can do about that, even with doing the leg morphing, because the bottom of the knee pad is on the top of the strap of the boot. It's like it's another strap that you can. Jacket, I love it this year. I think it's the Xavier Woods jacket or the Big E jacket from New Day. And I wanted to do his jacket from last gen, but when I seen this jacket, I just said, fuck it. I just scrap that jacket and just do a new one. You know, pretty simple. His attire honestly it's always been simple, but it's kind of flashy at the same time, even though it's like, it's a lot going on, but at the same time it's not a lot going on. Like, I don't know, I guess from a creator's perspective, the person that made it, I guess I look at it that way. Maybe other actual creators can look at it that way too, but I mean, just people that, you know, just like characters, I think that, you know, flashy as hell, and oh my god, how did you create that? But honestly, it's pretty simple. It was just time consuming because I had to do everything on the trucks manually, like piece by piece. I ran out of I ran out of layers doing this attire because of the trunks, so I used all 64 layers. As of right now, Lockhart is the only person that is not on the community creations right now because I just literally made him the other day. So I'm working on his moves now. His moves will be done as soon as possible, and I will upload him as soon as I can because I know that you guys want him on your own game. So this is D29, and I'm out.